Okay, cool. So let's get started. So Mason, first of all, it's great to see you. It's great to see you in the bivouac, safe, and sounds like it was tough, right?
Yeah, for sure. One of the toughest cars so far. Didn't come easy, you know. Uh, Obviously, contacting me not so long ago, and here we are at Dakar at rest day. Yeah, it's been crazy.
Yeah, for sure. So can you elaborate a bit about your preparation stage specifically right before the Dakar? I know that you have quite a tough time, and actually, it was a bit of a roller coaster for you.
I rode my race bike maybe 30 minutes before getting to the car because we had to load the bike up same day on a trailer, ship it from Dubai to Saudi, and that's a whole other story, right? The bike being locked up at the border for another week.
Yeah.
Getting the bike the morning, or no, the night before the prologue, we got the bike.
Yeah.
And from there, it's been no sleep for all the mechanics, my dad, Felipe, Mike, everybody. It
was tough.
Yeah, and still, I don't know, my dad probably slept like 2 days since Dubai. 2 nights, right? No, maybe days. I don't think he got to sleep at night.
And your dad is driving this van, right?
Yeah.
From bivouac to bivouac, from one place to another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy, for sure.
For sure. So even though this Dakar was not super like long for you, right? I know like every day actually is like really tough for every rider, and I think for this like 6 day, 6 stages time frame, you actually have a bunch of different stories.
Yeah.
And basically, we were following you on Instagram and all the social medias, as well as other like I don't know how many thousands of people actually. So the crowd was there for sure. So, but maybe like few stories from those days.
Yeah.
Which you want to highlight, some maybe technical challenges which you faced with, and basically talking about the shifting gears.
Yeah.
Please.
All right, so this year started off kind of similar to the second Dakar last year. Stage 1 went really well. I ended up getting 3rd. Stage 2, I felt like I was doing pretty well when my first problem happened, right? Making a long left turn, big wide open area, rocky ground. The chain guide caught a rock, ripped the chain guide off. The chain ended up slaying forward, ripped off the front chain guide, slammed into the shifter. That broke the shifting.
Yeah.
So like my shifter would just fall down, and I have to like feel the gears and shift with my hand. At first I could do it a little bit with my foot, but it's so tricky.
Yeah.
And I started out with the problem of navigating while shifting with my hand, you know. You come to a turn in 6th gear, you keep slamming down, but nothing happens. You got to do it by hand. Then I'd go wide open down the complete wrong wash, and I'd like an obvious turn. Like when I'd come back to it, I'd see all the tracks making perfect 90-degree left, right? And I just stayed completely straight.
Yeah.
So, yeah, for sure that was tricky.
So if you let me to pause here for a second, just so everybody understands. So in the rally, basically all the drivers and riders, they are following the road book, the device which actually shows where to turn, what distance or odometer and so on and so forth. So in motorcycle category is like even more tricky because you need to ride, you need to control the bike obviously, you need to check like or follow the road book, you need to be checking surroundings just not to crash. And then, in case of Mason, you need to actually start shifting gears, not with your legs, like you typically do, but shifting gears, like, literally with your hands. So, man, it's like, it's a crazy thing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, and you made it to the finish on this stage.
And actually, I got that a little out of order. That was actually my 3rd day. The second day was a different story. That was the first dunes we got into. And I had a problem with the oil line. An oil line burst, and I was stuck in the middle of the dunes with no oil in my motor. And I waited for all the bikes to pass. I mean, I obviously asked for oil from everybody, but who's going to carry oil and who's going to take the oil out of their bike to give it to you, right? Well, actually, I'm really lucky because one of the other co-riders, Sunny, he gave me the oil out of his motor. So I could finish the stage.
did he continue riding
Yeah, and
on the engine without oil?
Yeah, and he's still here, and his bike is actually still in the rally. He made it a little further than me. He was able to keep it together, so...
So let's pause here 1 second, one more time, just to make it clear for everybody. So first of all, thanks to Kovi team for support and for the all the immense work they are doing with your bike and with the team entirely, right?
Yeah.
The second thing is Sunir, who actually helped Mason and gave away the oil from his engine to Mason's engine, so Mason was able to continue the race. And Sunir also continued the race on his bike without the oil in his engine. And this is where we are talking about Chinese bikes, right? So basically, the guy at Dakar finished this stage like a couple hundred kilos, right? So it was like a long distance still, and without oil in his engine. So that guy's like, think about it. And this is the
I also had no oil in my engine at the end of the stage because obviously my bike was still leaking.
yeah.
So yeah, I think it's not like a one-time crazy thing. 2 bikes finished the stage, no oil in the engine.
So
it
this,
was
this is
insane.
again Chinese bikes, right? So we all understand the quality of some of the Chinese kind of things and so on and so forth. But here's an example of a different setup and actually a great process. So
Yeah.
thanks to Kovi team and to Sanir, and actually you made it to the finish.
Yeah, for sure.
That's cool part.
Yeah, for sure. I owe him a lot because the car could have been over a lot sooner.
Yeah. So what has happened with the 6B stage? And actually, let's roll back for a second, because that's another cool thing about you, and actually how your passion, and basically that you are challenging not only yourself, not only the bike, but also the entire community, right?
Yeah.
So can you talk about the stage number 1 and specifically the prologue? So you finished prologue on the 10th, right?
Yeah.
Top 10, and your position was 10th.
Yeah.
What has happened after that when you select or picked up the starting position for the next day?
Yeah, so my goal since a long time was to open Dakar stage 1. And actually walking to the riders meeting, I was kind of like getting some second thoughts, like, should I really do this? I don't know if it's a good idea. But anyways, when you have the opportunity to open Dakar, the stage 1 of Dakar, and you got to choose it, you didn't just get it because you did bad. I got to finish 10th and I chose to go first. That felt really awesome. I was like, I have to do it. And yeah, it feels even better when you get to a refuel, you wait your whole 20 minutes and you don't see anyone coming.
Yeah,
I started thinking maybe I put the road book in backwards. I was like, did I do the wrong road book?
Yeah.
Like,
Wherever it is.
what a crazy feeling. And yeah, to come in and end up getting 3rd was actually insane. So
Yes, indeed. So
definitely no regrets going first.
absolutely, and basically people were kind of asking, literally they thought they just missed something, how it happened and so on. So, but this is, I believe, was a super solid or bold move from you. So provoking all these factory racers, right? And just nobody actually decided to challenge you and take
I
your
said
place,
on
right?
the podium, I said, yeah, I'm sure everybody's gonna want to fight to take that first place from me, huh?
Yeah.
And yeah,
So
nobody wanted it.
another thing which actually not surprised, honestly speaking, not surprised, but it was like another proof of what Mason, like that Mason is the beast, is the monster, right? I think the next day after your first like mechanical issues with the bike, first checkpoint which you actually got, I think it was stage number 3, maybe, right?
Yeah.
So first checkpoints, either 2 or 3, you were actually running super fast. You started somewhere in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Because of these issues. Can you speak about this particular section?
I
Because
started
everybody
third,
was like,
or
wow.
I think maybe 27th I started.
Yeah.
And obviously there's plenty of people in front of me. I still made a silly navigation mistake in the beginning. But yeah, I knew I was flying because this stage was like, this is my style, right? Like, this is my stage, I felt like.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of last year. Like, I know how this is going to go. And I couldn't be more wrong because, yeah, that's the car, right? These crazy things pop up called rocks. And when they rip your chain guide off, there's not much you can do,
Yeah.
And anyways, I got the chain guide fixed, but kind of hard to fix the inside of the motor from the outside. I think something I really want to say about the Go bike is every day the issues that I had were like not. Then nothing started because of the motor. You know, like I never had a problem because of the motor. The motor broke due to not having oil in it, due to not having water in it. The day that I came in at 1 a.m. to sleep by a fire and woke up at 4 a.m. to go again the next day because my dad and the rest of the team had me repositioned. Instead of getting to start later, last, they repositioned me. So I still didn't get to sleep in. I still had to wake right back up. Like I just slept in my gear on a chair just like this.
Yeah.
Woke up to another rider walking past me in his gear. Say, what time is it? It's time to race. Couldn't be more tired.
Yeah.
But that's probably, no, for sure that's my favorite stage is the stage that I came in so late.
Got it.
Because I got to ride it. And I got to do road book at night. I got to ride with everyone else that was there with me was going through the same thing, right? Fixing their vehicles.
Yeah, sure.
Like from side-by-sides to massive trucks. I think there was even a quad. Can't fully remember. But anyways. Yeah, that was awesome. It made me think a lot about like what my brother must have gone through at the Baja 1000, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's got to be similar.
Very similar.
You're still trying to go as fast as you can. And you forget that there's only water and your bike not cool and you overheat the motor and then that's life.
Yeah. But that's Dakar.
That was like, you know, when you're tired, you know, one of those things that you just kind of forget about.
That's true. That's true. But you're still not mentioning the point is that first checkpoints, I believe it was like 100 kilometers or 150 on that third stage when you actually started somewhere in the middle, 27th or something like that. But you actually beat the top riders. So you were the first one on those 2 or 3 checkpoints, basically making like, I think 1 minute. So ahead of all those, you know, factory racers.
Yeah, like
so that was like flying a dimension. So.
Like I said, I felt that this was my stage, right? And I felt good, but anyways, I didn't actually know this because I haven't looked at the results. I don't have internet. I've been really slacking on the social media, not on purpose. Just obviously with all this going on, there's not much free time.
For
you know,
sure.
I don't come in and get on my phone. I come in and sit on a chair by the fire and pass out. Like
That's true.
it's been for sure my gnarliest Dakar. I think I would have done better in Molimoto because I just would have woke up with no working bike. I would have actually just slept. Wouldn't have a choice, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see. Maybe next year Molimoto. We don't know.
Yes. So Mason, let's not share all the stories, right? You will share it on your social media, and I have. So you will have for sure like a lot of questions coming from the audience, from the crowd, from your followers and fans, and you have much bigger group right now. I'm pretty sure. So a few words about your plans.
Yeah.
For this year, like what is in the line? If you can share with us, or like, please.
I can share a lot, but I don't know if I'm supposed to. I will share that I do plan to go race rally in Brazil. I had a really good time there at the Certos rally after the Dunas Matos and KTM Brazil invited me to come. That was all actually kind of started by Ludo from 100% Goggles.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I couldn't have been in with a better group of people. And this is all happening just after I lost the sport with KTM Austria. So yeah, it gave me a chance to still race and still show that I can ride it.
Show to everybody that you can ride and
Because of it, now I get to go ride in Brazil and have more crazy experiences, do new things. Anyways, that's why I do rally. I'm doing Dakar because I want to win, but I didn't start doing Dakar because I wanted to win. I wanted to do Dakar because I just wanted to see crazy things.
for sure.
And it's like, now it's just, you have to do Dakar, right?
Yeah.
If you think you can win, now, well, you can't just give up, right? But the main thing for me is like, it's not about speed. I don't need to go fast to have fun. I could do these other fun things. Like I did the 1000 Dunas rally in Morocco.
Yeah.
And it was a race 100% not about speed. Because I was getting beat by a guy that was coming in at like 12 p.m. A.m.? A.m. He was coming in at night. late at night. And I'm coming in like afternoon, going fast as I can, and that's not how you win this race, right? It's like
Got it.
a lot to learn in the world, and that's why I like it.
But anyways, this rally, even with this short kind of or like a bit too premature finish, it is still like a good chapter for you.
We would have finished it if it was Morocco. We would have been done with any normal world rally. We would have been done. So
yeah. So, but anyway, I think it's big start. Again, it's a new chapter, as we all see, based on the results and your cooperation with Cody and other folks. So we wish you all the luck,
yeah, thank
all
you.
the best, and we obviously will be watching and cheering for you.
Yeah, for sure. And I want to say a huge thank you to the whole EffectiveSoft team. Messaging everybody on Instagram has been cool. Like,
Yeah.
I repost some of the stuff, and some of the people working there send a message back saying like, "Hey, thank you for the post." And it's just, I really thank you, because obviously everybody's working so hard to make all this happen. And yeah, it's not something it's not something someone can do on their own. There's no way. And like, you see all the stickers all over the place. It's not me. It's not just my dad. It's not Felipe. It's not Montana Mike. It's not you. It's like everything.
For sure. Yeah.
It's crazy.
And absolutely right. This is like a team effort. And basically, this is the collaboration where everybody just sits together and trying to do their best to push forward. Right? And sometimes, obviously, the preparation phase, this is the team effort. There are times like when you are doing the stuff on your own, but that's not only that, because your dad is driving the van, not sleeping at night, fixing your bike or helping you. So like, it's really team collaboration and effort, preparation before the stage, during the race, and so on and so forth. And we were actually lucky enough to be a part of this story, and so that's amazing. So thank you for all these emotions which you brought to us, to everybody who was watching and cheering for you, and we will be watching moving forward for sure.
Yeah.
Man, good luck.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.